I was out of the jurisdiction, as many of you would be aware of, and having come back and spoken to all of the parties, including the vendors, the position is that yes, I believe that the correct steps may not have been taken initially in relation to communication with the vendors in particular. The decision to ask the operators to leave the premises should have been done, I believe, against a background where the consultation should have taken place as to how long vendors have been on the premises, whether they were compliant with the relevant health regulations, whether there was competition in terms of what the canteen operator was selling versus the operators that were setting up on the outside perimeter of the facility. The principal of the school responded obviously to issues of security, because I think many of you know this school has been in the press in relation to a number of security matters over the last previous months, and out of concern for not just vendors selling to the students, but in terms of anyone else coming up to the perimeter of the fencing and selling or selling anything, whether illegal or otherwise, there are concerns genuinely that he wanted to address. All that said, having spoken to all of the parties, it is clear that yet again, consultation with all stakeholders remains paramount. While the Ministry of Education has a responsibility to keep the premises of a school safe and secure, we also have to balance that against the nutritional content that our students are. So when we attempt to remove vendors, it is not against, it is against a background where I believe we have to look at what everybody is selling. We have to look at the canteen operators and make sure that what they're offering is nutritious, but we also have to have a conversation with the vendors about whether what they're offering as well is nutritious also. I don't want to preside over a ministry that records another generation of people who are obese or suffering with chronic non-communicable diseases. So this issue is not simply about vending and removing vendors from the school premises. This issue is also now about finding a balance between vendors, canteen operators, making sure that our schools are safe, that our schools are secure, that people who are engaging in entrepreneurial activity also have the opportunity to be embraced by the school. We can't have a situation where they may be competing with the canteen operators, but we have to find a balance. So if the canteen is selling a range of foods, but they're not selling rotis or pizzas, then perhaps we need to engage a conversation through the correct process, which is an application to the school board and then to the ministry for approval, where persons can apply and basically meet the requirements of the Ministry of Health and certainly the Ministry of Education to ensure that they can be accommodated on the premises.